What's up everybody, Tech Chucker here, and I've got a review for you. Something you've never seen before and probably will never see again. That's right, we are going to review the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles blind bag. Now these are from Mega Bloks. You've probably seen these on the racks at Walmart and other retail stores. But you're probably asking yourself, how is this review going to be so unique? Something you've never seen before. How is that going to be the case? Well, here's the deal. Here's why this is something I think is going to be so unique. I am actually a mint on card collector for these, and these alone. Now, if you've watched my channel at all, you know that I open up pretty much all of my figures, but these I keep in the package because they, I believe, keep their value the best if you don't open them up. But we're going to go ahead and review these. If you're not familiar, these range anywhere between $2.99 and $3.99. So it's, quite the investment, I would say. We're going to go ahead and review this, and then, at the end, I think we'll actually go ahead and display this also so that you can see what it's going to look like along with the rest of my collection. So let's go ahead and get started first with the articulation. So clearly, because we're doing this mint on card or mint in bag, I guess, we kind of have to use our imaginations a little bit just to kind of get the point across and make sure that we're doing it justice, because we really don't know what's inside. And honestly, we're never gonna know what's inside because it's always gonna stay inside the bag. But if I were, making some assumptions on what might be in here, feeling around, now be careful as you're feeling around on these, because you really don't want to crease the packaging at all. Otherwise, that's gonna lower the value considerably. But as we feel around, that feels like that's probably the base right there. I'm going to say, knowing that all of the characters that are in here, except for the Mousers, have arms, I'm going to assume that there's probably some sort of shoulder articulation, and we'll just say it's probably very good, is my assumption. There might be elbow joints, we really don't know. And then there's probably maybe a wrist joint. Feeling around, I'm not feeling any wrists, so I really don't know. But my guess is that there's going to be some legs on some of these, unless this one is, say, the Splinter, who seems to just have like a triangle or a square base. The rest of them do have legs. So I'm going to, make kind of the assumption, we're one hand in this now. I'm going to assume that there might be some legs in here. I don't know. What do you guys think? How does it feel on your end? Does it feel like there's going to be legs on this one? But it could be any number of these, or a mystery one, which who knows who that's going to be. But that's I think that's a pretty good overview of the articulation that could likely be in here. And let's move into sculpt and the paint. So this, we actually have a little bit better idea of what might be in the sculpt work, and I think we'll also talk a little bit about the condition of the packaging here. Normally, I don't talk about packaging because I don't really care, but for this series of toy, I really do care about the packaging. So we'll start with the packaging. Notice how sharp these corners are. This is exactly what you're looking for. Let's zoom this in because we really want to see this. Just take a look at how crisp that corner is. That is a really nice looking corner right there. It hurts. It hurts as you touch it, which is really, that's what you're looking for in packaging. And notice this really neat design here, how it kind of goes up at, I'm going to say this is about a 30-degree angle. I'll say it's 30 degrees. And then here it's just abrupt. It's abrupt. It hits you like a storm. It's not quite 90. I'm going to say this is actually a little more than 90 degrees. So maybe 100, 110 degrees, and then it slopes down. It actually looks like a kid took a scissors and cut this top. Like they don't have actual machinery to do this, that they're just, letting some little kids who, are maybe a little bit farsighted or something, and they forgot their glasses, and they went ahead and just cut the top off. And I think that's just the playfulness that we get from this packaging, which is really, really cool. I really appreciate that. But they still managed to keep all of the logos on here. Moving down into the bottom corners, this corner, you're going to say, well, that one's not quite as sharp and crisp as the top one. And that's where you would be mistaken. It is meant to be that way. That's how you can tell that this is not a knockoff. This tiny, tiny little variation from a 90-degree corner, that is what tells you that this is legit. So take note, mark this down, that if this corner is perfectly square, it's probably a knockoff, and you're going to want to avoid these. Do not waste your money. And probably if you see these in stores with a full 90-degree corner, you're probably going to see these at about 99 cents to $1.99. If you see those discounts, that is a red flag. Moving down into this corner, you are going to first notice it looks like there's a crease there. This is intentional, and so it does not bring the value down on my particular package. So don't worry about that. This corner, though, you're going to notice is pretty much a 90 degree, which is what we want. We want the left corner not 90 degrees, and the right corner to be 90 degrees. Everybody good on that? Perfect. Let's turn it over to take a look at the back. So the back is going to have a lot of words. Don't read those. Those are really boring. There's nothing that you really have to care about. Except you want to take a look at the little baby with the little hook on its head. This little baby is super important. What they're telling you is that this is not for babies. You are not supposed to give this toy to a child that is 0 to 3 years old who has a hook on its head. It looks like it's kind of like a claw or something. So avoid those babies. Make sure that you're not giving those kind of babies these toys, because I don't know, assuming maybe they just won't enjoy it the way that they should. So just be careful about that. Moving around the rest of the packaging, you'll note this symbol here. That symbol basically means you're able to turn this at a 360 degree turn. And they're just saying that's okay. It's fine to do that. The rest of the back of the packaging is really quite inconsequential. But the other thing that you do want to look at is you're going to want to inspect to see if there's little divots or little stress points throughout. Now mine, because I went through and made sure I got the absolute best one, there really aren't very many, if any, variations or damage points or stress points on this. But you're going to want to make sure that there aren't any. Otherwise, that's going to at least drop the value by, I would say, 3 to 6 cents, which is pretty huge on a $2 or $3 figure. So just keep that in mind, that you want to take a look at that packaging and make sure that it is pristine. Okay, let's go ahead and take a look at the accessories that we may or may not get. We have, again, no idea what is in here, but it looks like this is Michelangelo, and he is coming with what appears to be some sort of a turtle. So maybe it's like a turtle radio or something like that. Splinter is coming with this green thing, which, I don't know, I'm not super impressed with, but it is green, which is pretty cool. This Donatello is purple, and he's coming with his bow staff, which you would expect. I can't tell what that is on his hand, or if that is his hand. Looks kind of like a robotic hand. If you happen to be lucky enough to get the Mousers, it doesn't look like they come with any accessories, so that's kind of a bummer. This Leonardo comes with a bow and quite possibly an arrow, which is pretty cool. I don't remember this guy's name, We'll just call him Bluish Guy. And I can't really tell what he comes with. Some sort of like ball thing. But it looks cool. And then this Michelangelo. Oh, this was Raphael, by the way. I was wrong on that. This is Michelangelo, and he is black, which is pretty cool. And he comes with just his standard nunchucks, which are orange. So those are the accessories that you could conceivably get unless you get the mystery figure, which we really won't know if we got that. So there you have it, folks. This is the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Mega Bloks Series 2 mint in box, or mint in bag, I like to say, review. And I hope you enjoyed this review. I hope you found it very, very useful for when you're out and about, maybe at Walmart or whatever, and trying to think of whether or not you should add a new line to your collection, and whether or not you can kind of foot the bill. I know it might be overextending some of you, but I really think that it's worth it. So, like I said, I hope this review was helpful. If it was, go ahead and hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, leave a comment below, and you know what? I think we'll go ahead and switch out the camera, and we'll go ahead and hang this thing up and see how it looks on the wall. All right, so the key to perfect placement for a mint on in-bag display really is location. You don't want to put it anywhere near your existing display, because that's just going to take away from the amazingness of this particular item. So you want to put it way far away from your actual display so people can see it. So I'm actually going to put this right up here on this wall all by itself. There's not going to be anything else with it, so it's going to look really, really good. So let's go ahead and take a look at the tools that you're going to need. You're going to need some nails of some sort. I've got these little small hanger nails, nothing too spectacular. And you're going to want to get your absolute biggest hammer you can find. Now, this is only like probably a 5-pound sledge, which, I would prefer it to have been a 10-pounder, but this is all I really had. So this is kind of what we're going to use for now. So that's really the only tools that you're going to need to be able to precisely, with precision, put this up on the wall. So let's go ahead and get this thing up on the wall and see what it's going to look like. Now, the biggest thing that you want to remember is placement. Now, most people are going to think you should center it. I don't think that centering is really the best idea. I kind of think that not centering is probably a much more desirable look. So we're going to go ahead and not center this thing and just kind of see what it looks like. Make sure you're careful that this does not poke through, otherwise you will damage your toy. So you could pound it while it's there, but you might actually accidentally slip and smash your toy. So put that down, put it down, and go ahead and gently pound it in. Too far. Okay, we'll pull that out just a little bit. All right, there you have it. Put the hammer down, and we're gonna go ahead and see how this looks on our wall. Let's see how this looks. All right, you guys, here we go. Oh, doesn't that look great? Let's do a little bit. Let's get a little further back. There you go, you guys. That is a mint on card, or mint in package, mint in bag, Mega Bloks Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles figure. How cool is that? I mean, does that not look awesome? Looks so much better than even this, display, which, is okay looking. The lighting's really bad. But this is where it's at, you guys. This is where it's at. So get out there, check your Walmarts, check your other retailers. I know Target in my town hasn't really been carrying these, which I'm going to say means that these things are getting rare, you guys. Go pick them up, all right? Go grab them. Like I said before, make sure you hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, leave a comment, share this video out so people know exactly what these blind bags are and how to take care of them and how to pick them out. Until next time, I'll see you guys later! Yeah, so you guys didn't really think that I was going to leave you hanging there like that without actually opening this, did you? Because if you've stayed listening and watching this for this long, I think we all deserve to see what's in it. So let's go ahead and open this up because we got to know what's inside this thing. I'm really hoping for Splinter. I really need a Splinter for a project that I've got, but I think I'll be happy with anything. I felt it when I was at the store, and it felt like it might be Splinter. So let's see what we got. We got some instructions, and oh, I lucked out. I got him. I got Splinter. Sweet! Ah, man, I am really, really stoked right now because I needed a Splinter, and I got one. Woohoo! This is awesome. Oh, man. Well, that just means I don't have to spend any more money trying to get a Splinter. How does he bend in two different places? That is weird. Alright, well. Alrighty, folks. I've said it enough times. I'm not going to keep saying hit the subscribe or like button or comment or any of that other stuff. Any of that other pandering stuff. I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to do that 3 times. Because that would just kind of be excessive, don't you think? So I'm not going to ask you to share the video. I'm not going to ask you, to comment and let me know what you thought. I'm not going to do any of that. Because you're probably thinking by now that, I tricked you with the mint-in package thing, and now I opened it, and yada yada yada. So I think we'll leave well enough alone. We'll leave good enough alone, and so I'll see you guys later.